Hello, my beautiful six pinners. Welcome to your September review of what's coming up in this 9 month. Now, I just uploaded a little while ago a video about September and what it's all about. For you specifically, guess what? You're running through this sprint run with the number 6. Isn't that fantastic? All of us in this 9 sprint run for September have a coupling up of the personal year number that we are working with, and it is pretty cool, pretty exciting, the magic that happens in September, because sometimes it does get a little tiring living life on purpose, right? What do you want now? What do you want now? What do you want now? And we usually raise our hand and we say, I just want a break. So anyways, September is a month of magic, and it will definitely be something that you're going to see a lot of movement, a lot of growth, a lot of success, a lot of prosperity, a lot of opportunity, lots of stuff. So let's talk about the 9 a little bit. It is the alpha to the omega. It is the final number of the cardinal number system 1 through 9. And what that essentially means is release, letting go of things that have outlasted their value, their usefulness. It's collecting dust on your shelf. And it's just time to let that physical thing go, all right? There's emotional pieces too to the release of 9. Which is relationships, or the deep feels that you have that are wrapped around guilt and blame and bitterness and shame, all that stuff that really can keep us anchored in the past and in a place where we don't have the energy stores at our disposal to access, because that is using up our energy stores. So 9 is not, it is not a request from the universe. None of these numbers are. When they become active in our lives, it is a command from the universe. It's a command from the quantum field that this is the frequency that we as individuals and small communities and families to the large community of the global world are working in the energy of release, letting go of. It's the great destroyer number, because when something is done, it's done. And there is the need to move things out of the way in order for there to be space for the new. October, November, December, January, all are creative 1 energies. The alpha. It's time to create. It's time to move things forward. In all of the personal year cycles, when we get to September, this is where we reap the rewards of our efforts. So here you have a 9 frequency. This is the terrain of, be the leader that inspires others to do the same. Walk your talk, talk your walk, say what you mean. Think before you speak, so you mean what you say, and be the living embodiment, this charisma of living by higher principles, really is what it means. And most of us do that to the best of our ability. This is just a command from the universe that this is what this month requires. And the way you 6s are going to successfully navigate that is with the energy, all the information around your personal year number 6. How have you been doing? So we're going to circle back around with how have you been doing with yourself being the visionary, where you can see the bigger picture, and yet you see all the human messes, right? And so the visionary is the number of the perfectionist. And in that ability is also the grace to allow imperfection to function, with all the people that you are interacting with, work, personal, family, and yourself. And so that means that mistakes are made. And then you come in and you've been teaching, correct? And you've allowed these mistakes to be made. And in doing so, there's been an arc and a curve towards a better community situation, whether it's in your family or it's at work, right? Your friend group, whatever the focus has been for you. It is wrapped around community and allowing yourself to be the visionary, seeing the bigger picture, and then systematically working towards that end and teaching others to do for themselves, so that at some point, guess what they probably are going to be able to do? They could make a decision that this is how they might be making their livelihood. If it's at work, clearly you're in a supportive role and you're just not getting wrapped around the axle of you're not doing it right. Give it to me, I'm going to do it. You know, because then you have a lot of these little teeny tiny things that are perfect. And yet the needle hasn't moved forward in your community and empowering others to do for themselves, which requires imperfection, right? How have you been doing with that? This is what I want you to lock and load for September, that is the satchel. That is your toolbox that is going to get you across that finish line with flying colors. And you are not going to believe the magic that comes because of it. So, and basically, it's like you can't make this stuff up moment, or you're so pleased at the outcomes and the opportunities while you are talking your walk, walking your walk. Say what you mean what you say. So you got to think about what you're saying. And inspire others charismatically to do the same for themselves. Their own unique expression, correct? Yeah, okay. The the lower frequency of this 9-6 energy, it just gave you the 6, don't go there. Lower frequency for 9 looks like getting locked into the mental field and completely disconnected from the emotional field. And so the mind starts going crazy about all sorts of things. You retreat, you isolate, you become a loner, and in that you become lonely. You experience loneliness, and then the brain, the mind, the mental field takes over, which pulls you into the past. And all the feels that go there, and you're missing the present moment, right? So I was going to give you a little trick for how to navigate that, because you guys, I really don't have a lot to say to you except, and because it's so exciting and it's so clean and it's so simple. Keep doing what you're doing. As long, and you know, if you fall off that bandwagon of being a perfectionist, just get back on the horse. Just, have grace with yourself, apologize to whomever you need to, and step back. Continue to be the visionary, continue to teach. Grab a bunch of boxes, scatter them all over the house. Let go of things that are just collecting dust. That could potentially be somebody's answer to their prayer that maybe you'll know, but maybe you'll never know. Maybe if you bring it up, like I'm giving this away, and somebody says, oh my gosh, my cousin has been looking for this because they're putting together X, Y, and Z, right, you guys? So listen, I know my phone is ringing, it's pulling me in the other direction. I just want you to focus on this frequency, and you guys are going to be great. I'm going to circle back around in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to check in on you guys. I'm fully settled now in Seattle, all is well. And so it ain't nothing but a thing for me to get these videos out to you. Keep your focus here. You guys are not going to believe what is going to happen this month. And then you're creating room by letting go. You get the feels going, let them go. This is what I say. I call my mind Kate. We're tight. I've had a working relationship with her for a very long time. And when she starts walking down this antiquated old path that has anger and bitterness, resentment and sadness and blame and shame, all that stuff, guilt, ooh, sometimes she's even entitled. What? I stop her and I go, no, no, baby, hey, honey, no, 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 no. We're not doing that. Come on. We're focusing over here. And you genuinely focus on something else. And you say, I love myself and I'm sending all myself all the loves, and I'm sending all the peoples, all the peeps, all the loves. We're good. Put the fork down. All right? That's my suggestion to all of you. I will check in with you in a couple of weeks. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are so inclined. Any questions or comments right here in the chat room, you guys. And I'm sending you a lot of love. Bye, babies.